This is I to Jah mighty Father Son. I let the sun talk, let him guide me, let him give me clock, I soul talk. Put my reason down upon the rock, I sun talk. Let him guide me, let him give me clock, I soul talk. Put my reason from me down upon the rock, hey. Put my reason from me down upon the rock, hey. This is I to Jah mighty Father Son. Blessings I
The way it began, Tim and I have known each other for a long time anyhow, just from locally and back and forth. We both travelled and then met up back here, mutual friends and stuff. And we were outside a pub. And I think Tim had something, he had something brewing in him that he wanted to get out. And I was there for it and really interested. And it basically started as us putting on a party together.
First one was 2012. And it was basically a party in my back field. I was living in a yurt in the field at the time, and Dan and I, over a beer, decided that we think we could make something pretty cool. We shared a vision. His strong points were not mine, to an extent, vice versa. So it was just like a perfect collab in that sense.
Tim provided the space and the shout outs, and I provided some music, and it was pretty ad hoc. We just sort of made it up as we went along. We just had a party. And it was wicked fun, and we really enjoyed it, and we all wanted to do it again.
Unearthed in the Field 2014. Hope to see you there next time.
We had no idea, we didn't plan to be doing a festival. 10 years down the line, we didn't think we were going to be here. We just didn't think that far ahead, I think, in truth.
We really enjoyed working together. It was a good mix of personalities for us both. We enjoyed the back and forth,
We shared very much the same principles as each other. I think that's one thing that's put us in quite good stead with Unearthed, is we've always had this guiding light of what we want to achieve. And so all the other decisions that you have to make running a festival like this, they all kind of fell into place. There is over 1,000 crew who put it on. They really turn up in numbers in Build Week. The thing about Build Week is you really connect with people. You spend time together creating something for the greater good.
First of all, I've never done this before in my entire life, to start with, but I do work with wood. I'm an arborist, I'm a tree surgeon, so I have a bit of an understanding of fibres of wood and what stretches and how far you can stretch it, but I'm just trying to make this into a kind of organic structure for the live music and the DJ sets. We've got uplights and all the trees coming in, obviously electrics in here for the for the DJ rigs and things, but there'll be all lighting in here as well. I think we're doing lighting all the way around the outside of the area as well, so it's going to be a big kind of archway. Jeff's out there, he's building this beautiful string art structure which is done on CAD on computer, which he's now trying to create out of old gnarly bits of timber and stuff, so yeah, it's going to be nice.
Amazing, even little things me and Indigo were just staking out where the flags were going to go, and we were like, oh, it seems like a really insignificant job, but then you see the flags go up and you're like, oh, it looks amazing. Like, yeah, it's just seeing everything build really quick as well.
Only to Indigo and Abby, we are on standby for an answer regarding drinkable water. Over.
Thank you, Angeline. Over. Okay, we're all good. And it's amazing. Yeah, everyone's pulling together really quickly.
I've been at the festival for years now. I helped initiate the children's area in the first days, and I think it's about my 5th year. But I had an idea a few years ago to start Unearthed Sound System, and the idea was to take the sound system and the art that we create at the festival, and then just go around to other festivals and other events in the year. So that's this space. It's called Dub Corner, but at the bottom of it is Unearthed Sound System, which is now its own entity, and it's gathering speed as well, and people know it and recognise it now, and we're loving it. I've got a lot of young people working here. It's my main goal, really. In the festival culture, you've got to bring people up all the time, because it's like we all, our responsibilities change in that year. Some people might have children, some people might have gone around the world, so it's this constant kind of recruiting, always looking for reliable, conscious people who want to kind of like build their own repertoire as well, like artists, DJs, visual artists.
I'm here doing the deco for this new area, which is quite cool because it's a whole new idea. We want to just bring in loads of dub and make it a really nice space, make a new area so there's lots of different things. People can jump in and out, what they fancy, and different music tones and stuff. Spent a lot of time here over the years, and it's like coming back every year as well. It's quite nice, like it almost starts feeling like familiar, like when you've been away from home for a while and then you come back and you're like, I'm here again, yes, look at all these people, look at these places, but then it also grows and changes, and so that's nice watching it. It's like home but with its own character. 3, 2, 1, away! Good?
For me, the most exciting thing is to see this area go through the cycle. So I'll probably be found here. There's some wonderful acts going on in the festival, and there's some great kind of stuff up the Healing. But for me, because this is the first year of this area, this will be my focus, and hopefully people will speak about this area after the festival. That's the thing.
We got a tune coming. We got a tune coming. Don't be running. We got another tune coming. We got another thing running. We got another thing running. I'm ready to play. Remember the energy. Come and send it your brain. Let me take. Remember feeling out. And I'm in your mind. Ready to see it out.
My name is Cosmic Smiles. I'm kind of a old hippie or a missionary of peace and love. I've been going to festivals for 48 years, and I was looking for a gig one day about 4 or 5 years ago, and I happened upon a sign by the side of the road, and I followed the sign because I knew that was a festival sign. So I'm here as compere. My job is to whip everybody up into a frenzy of peace and love, man. And that's what we do at festivals. Good vibes through good creative music, through good energy, through good people coming together. For me, Unearthed symbolises what we lost from festivals from the 60s and 70s, which is less commercialism and more about why people have come together, which is to celebrate togetherness. The nicest thing is it just has the same vibe, honestly, really does have that gentleness. And what are we doing? You know, festivals are about an ancient need of people to congregate and to celebrate. We can do that by ourselves. You know, you can sit in the middle of a field and think, well, this is wonderful, you know, but to come together with other people is a basic human need. Modern society does not really fulfill those needs. It separates people into their little groups, their little offices. Festivals bring in all of society together, and quite often it's similar members of similar tribes who come to festivals with similar thoughts and similar mindsets, and we just create this incredible feeling.
Since the start, we had this really clear mission of the expansion of consciousness from the material to the ethereal, by which we mean not necessarily that one should move from the material realms to the ethereal, but rather to enter discussions, have experiences, sensory or cerebrally, around the various things that impact our lives, be that what food we consume to discussions on the afterlife and everything in between. There's a lot of conversations that can be difficult to have in day-to-day life, but we want to create a space where people feel safe and feel comfortable to open their hearts and to open their minds. And we really hold strong the view that the more we do that, the more we understand about ourselves. The more we understand about ourselves, the more we understand about each other. And then from that can come much more compassion, much more understanding, far less like dualistic approach of us and them, but more a we, an I and I type situation. So that's very much our aspiration.
whole arena is brand new this year. We have a vibrant, dynamic, wonderful community of medicine people in West Wales. This festival just like captured my heart. It's a real sort of local community vibe here.
Together we are creating the Temple of Amor at Unearthed Festival. It's a sacred sensuality space about conscious communication and coming together, and we also have a beautiful magic cacao bean bar where we serve ceremonial grade cacao, to activate people's hearts.
Everything to do with the sort of sacred sexuality space, about communication, connection, all the flavours of intimacy, beyond sex, just about connection and people. I remember Unearthed when it was a bonfire in a field over there with a bunch of us sat in a circle.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's amazing. I came in this morning and I was like, wow, it's just growing so much.
Unearthed, absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. The best it's ever been. And this is the new standard. This is from here. We should only grow and bring more incredible collaborations in. Unearthed Festival is the perfect medicine for today's times because it provides ways for people to find their own healing within this space.
We've got wicked DJs. We've got Indian man coming back, but also there's a local kid, and he's a young guy, but he's unreal DJ.
Audio Technic, which is considered by most one of the best brands in the world to use. I think you can really tell a difference as well using good brands. I think at a festival like this that has such a high quality of acts, I think it demands a high quality rig. One of my favourite, or the favourite job I do of the year. I feel quite emotionally involved in it, as well as obviously from a work point of view as well. I feel like from the very start they wanted to bring people together, a more kind of earthy feel festival, if you get what I mean. More about the people, more about the music, more about the connections. I think their vision is to create this space that attracts people who want that connection and want to kind of escape reality, I think, a bit as well. Escape the everyday life and come and have a good time in a field.
And it's very much different this year. It's bigger, dare I say it, it's better. There's a lot more going on, and I like the idea that they got separate fields now for the different activities. This field is a bit noisier, the other one's a bit more chilled at the moment. And of course you've got the Unearthed outside and the cinema. So it's a colourful, lovely weekend so far.
Well, I'd never been to Unearthed before, and with 5 minutes, 2 people had offered to help me put my tent up. I made 6 friends. The food's amazing, and I've just been telling stories in a teepee full of people with just beautiful faces who laughed in all the right places, and their faces full of beautiful energy was feeding me. So it's one of the most lovely storytellings in a teepee full of fire, and just the kind of beautiful people that come to Unearthed. And I'm feeling really happy.
The vibe was just that lovely, mellow, family-friendly, just wander around, see, you know, good music, great food, really beautiful.
Today, Saturday, we've got the Turbans kicking off on the main stage, followed by Marcus Gad. He's had quite a journey to get here.
From New Caledonia, presently living in the south of France, all the way from the south of France today, just to play for you beautiful people. Can we give a massive Unearthed welcome to Marcus Gad!
Roots reggae, influenced by mystical subject and big bands like Midnight or Burning Spear. It's lovely, really lovely people. Happy yes, happiness, open-hearted, open-minded, and connected people. And centered.
So everyone's energy is really high. I'm really, really happy with how it's going. The organisers have managed to pull off something incredible this year, and so needed for people, for nervous system to relax, to just have a bit of normality, a bit of joy come back. So yeah, I'm so grateful.
You never expect it to be so good. You go into it thinking it's just another festival, and you forget that it's actually such a different experience. It's not like anywhere else. It's not just a music festival, it's more, a people festival.
I played on Friday, so I did my solo set on Friday. It was really lush. I had a cello player with me, came down from Bristol.
As it was too much to bear, you came and stroked my hair.
And then tonight I'm playing with Pulpos Del Diablo at 10:30. And gearing up for that now. Since Tim literally started it, I think the first year he was living in a yurt in the corner of the field. Oh my God, I'm so proud of them, the way it's grown over 10 years, and just, you know what's so nice to just be back. It's like a coming home. Really, really, really nice. There's a little crew of us that always perform every year, and especially because we haven't seen, a lot of us haven't seen each other perform for 3 years. So now, seeing everyone's set and how the music has grown because they've had 3 years working on it and stuff, it's really special.
Los Pulpos is essentially the MacGregor sisters, so my wife, Rona Mac, and then Suzi. They've all grown up singing together, plus Jodie Marie, and it's kind of like a no rules band. So there's not really, you can just get it in and we'll just try and make it work, and it's it's not precious. It's quite a nice place to let off steam, And now I think it's going to have another life as a Good Song Graveyard. So the people that I've been lucky enough to work with, who are all good writers, but have written songs or riffs or ideas that might not sit in their own music, we're all just going to bring it to Pulpos, and it's going to have this sort of third life cycle as something else. So yeah, that's quite fun. Like a collective, I guess.
vibe is lovely. It's so chilled, and just everyone I've spoken to has been so friendly.
It's a really nice environment to be in, and everywhere you look, people are just happy and having fun. So it's happy, good days. It's got to be the best festival I've ever been to, really.
Thank you, Unearthed.
Ultimately, Dan and I can put up the tents, right? We can bring in the infrastructure and the power and the water, but we can't bring the people, we can't bring the vibe. That's us, that's you guys. I think it's fair to say all the bands in here have loved performing to everyone. It's been a pleasure to help facilitate this with deep love and gratitude to all of you who've worked so hard, all of you who've come. Thank you from my heart, and we'll see you next year.